Assalamualaikum and good day to everyone. Before we begin our presentations, I would like to introduce Group 4, the team presenting on the quantity surveying profession and practice in Malaysia. Our group is made up of 5 members, each covering an important section of today's topic. My name is DAYANGKU MAISARAH BINTI PENGIRAN BADRUL HISHAM. We'll start by introducing the overall topic, explaining the evolution of the quantity surveying profession, and later we'll delivering the conclusion of our presentation. Next, DEWI SYAKILA will then continue with the roles of a quantity surveyor and the key competencies expected in this profession. Then, ALTHEA will explain the important terms including PQ and CPM, and will also describe the roles of PQSM and RISM, the two major bodies governing the QS profession in Malaysia. The first member, EILEEN, will present the categories of quantity surveyors found in the industry and highlight the importance of using the standard method of measurement or SMM. And finally, DHARMA WULAN will discuss common problems that may arise when a quantity surveyor is not involved, as well as the importance of proper construction and demolition waste management in ensuring sustainable development. Together as Group 4, our goal is to provide a clear and simple overview of the quantity surveying profession, what quantity surveyors do, why their roles is important, and how they contribute to safe, efficient, and sustainable construction projects in Malaysia. We hope that by the end of this presentation, you will gain a better understanding of the essential contribution of quantity surveyors in the construction industry. Now, I will talk about the evolution of quantity surveying in Malaysia. The quantity surveying profession in Malaysia began in 1930s during the early development in construction industry, when most practice followed British standards. As Malaysia continued to grow, the demand for trained quantity surveyors increased, leading to the establishment of two important bodies, which is RISM in 1960, which focused on professional development, and BQSM in 1974, which regulates the profession and ensures proper standards. Originally, the work of a quantity surveyor was centered on basic measurement and cost estimation. However, as construction projects became more complex, the QS role expanded into contract administration, cost planning, risk management, and value engineering. Today, the profession continues to advance with digitalization, building information modeling, which is BIM, sustainability requirements, and modern construction technologies. This evolution shows that QS professionals are now essential in ensuring that construction projects in Malaysia are efficient, well managed, and aligned with current industry needs.
The QS is mainly responsible for managing the costs and financial risks in a construction project. Here are the main roles. First, the QS handles cost planning. This means by preparing early cost estimates and helping the client set a realistic project budget. Second, the QS manages tendering and procurement. They prepare the bills of quantities, evaluate contractor bids, and recommend the best contractor for the project. Third, the QS takes care of contract administration during construction stage. They review variation, assess claims, and ensure all contract procedures are followed. And finally, the QS prepares the final account, which summarizes the total cost of the entire project once construction are completed. A good QS must have strong technical, management, and professional competencies. Technical skills include measurement, cost estimating, understanding construction technology, and knowledge of contract. Management skills include communication, negotiation, document planning, and risk management. Professional skills involve ethics, accuracy in documentation, report writing, and the ability to use digital tools like BIM or COSTEX.
Bill of quantities is a big list that shows all the materials, labor, and work needed to complete a construction project, together with their quantities. It is important because it helps contractors estimate costs, ensures everyone refers to the same list so the pricing is fair. BQ also helps track budget, materials, and reduces errors or misunderstandings in the tendering process. CPM is a project scheduling method used to find the longest sequence of tasks that must be done on time so the whole project finishes on time. CPM lists all the project activities, determines which task depends on others, estimates time for each task, draws the network diagram, and lastly identifies the critical path, which are the tasks that must not be delayed. BQSM, Board of Quantity Surveys Malaysia, registers quantity surveyors, graduate quantity surveyors, and QS firms, and make sure QS follows rules, codes of ethics, and professional conduct, sets the minimum qualifications for becoming a quantity surveyor, ensures a QS in Malaysia meets the professional standards, and ensures QS also services follows legal and professional requirements. RISM, the Royal Institution of Surveyors Malaysia, is represented by 4 divisions, which are quantity surveying, building surveying, property surveying, and land surveying. RISM represents and supports surveyors by promoting their interests of all surveying professionals, helps surveyors upgrade skills and knowledge, encourages good practices and professionalism, and also raises awareness about the quantity surveying profession.
Quantity surveyors are classified by the Board of Quantity Surveyors Malaysia (BQSM) into several categories. First, the professional quantity surveyors (PQS) is a fully registered, qualified, and authorized to endorse cost documents and contracts reports. Second, the consultant quantity surveyors (CQS) is a licensed professionals who provide cost consultancy services to clients, including cost planning, tender documentation, and contract administration. Third, the provisional quantity surveyor (PEQS) is a graduate working under supervision while gaining practical experience before professional assessment. Fourth, the quantity surveying technologist QST is a diploma-level practitioners who assist in measurement, documentation, and site cost control. Lastly, the contractor's quantity surveyor is employed by contractors to manage cost control, procurement, and variation claims throughout the construction process. Now moving on to the importance of standard method of measurement. The standard method of measurement, SMM, provides a uniform system for measuring construction works. It ensures consistency and accuracy when preparing bills of quantities, BQ, which allow fair and transparent comparison of tender prices. SMM improves communication between clients, consultants, and contractors by using standardized description and units. It also reduces disputes over quantities and measurements during contract administration. Furthermore, modern versions such as MAISARAH 2 integrate with Building Information Modeling (BIM), which support digitalization and improving project efficiency. In summary, the SMM is essential because it promotes uniformity, fairness, and reliability in cost estimation, tendering, and overall project management within the construction industry.
For my part, I will be explaining on the common project problems that happens when a quantity surveyor is not part of the project team. One of the biggest issues when QS is missing is the lack of a proper bill of quantities, which stands for BQ. A bill of quantities is a detailed document that lists all the work items and exact quantities needed in the project. It allows contractor to price the work accurately and helps the client to understand the total cost. So without a BQ, contractors usually guess the quantities, which leads to wrong pricing and cause problem later. Another issue is during the tender and procurement. Tender is a process where contractor submits their price to try to win the project. Procurement is the stage where the client selects the contractor and buys material or services. Without a QS to prepare clear tender documents, contractors may misunderstand the scope, give inaccurate price, or the wrong contractor may be chosen. Next, project might face cost overruns. This happens because no one is managing the cost plan or monitoring changes properly. So the projects end up spending more than the budget. There can also be inaccurate measurement of quantities. If materials are not measured correctly, the project may order too much or too little, which affect cost, progress, and causes waste. Another common problem is contractual dispute. When variation or claim arise, there's no QS to evaluate and justify them. So disagreement between the contractor and the client became more frequent. And finally, weak financial control. Progress payment may not be checked carefully, which can lead to overpayment or underpayment because there is no QS verifying the actual work completed on site. Next, I will be present on construction and demolition management during and after construction. During construction, waste usually comes from concrete, steel, timber, and packaging. To manage this properly, the project teams needs to plan, control materials, and separate waste on site. Some materials like steel, timber formwork, or leftover concrete can actually be reused or recycled to reduce cost and environmental impact. During demolition, the amount of waste becomes much larger. A good method is selective demolitions, where reusable items such as doors, windows, and steel are removed first. Then, the remaining waste is either recycled, like crushing concrete into recycled aggregate, or disposed of safely according to regulations. That's all. Thank you.
In conclusion, the quantity surveying profession plays a vital and irreplaceable role in ensuring that construction projects in Malaysia are carried out efficiently, sustainably, and within budget. By understanding the evolution of this profession, the responsibilities it carries, and the competencies required of a quantity surveyor, we can clearly see that QS professionals are essential to the successful delivery of modern construction projects. Involvement at every stage from cost planning, contract administration, and value management, all the way to risk control and waste management, which is help safeguard project quality, financial stability, and overall project success. Without proper QS input, projects are more vulnerable to cost overruns, delays, and poor documentation. Furthermore, the roles of professional bodies such as the Board of Quantity Surveyors Malaysia (BQSM) and the Royal Institution of Surveyors Malaysia (RISM) are crucial in upholding the integrity and credibility of the QS profession. These organizations ensure that quantity surveyors follow current standards, maintain ethical practice, and continue to develop professionally. Tools like the Standard Method of Measurement, SMM, and the integration of Quantitative Project Management, CPM, concepts further strengthen the QS role by promoting consistency, accuracy, and effective project coordination across all construction activities. As Malaysia's construction industry continues to evolve with digital technologies, sustainability requirements, and innovative building methods, the role of quantity surveyors will only become more important. Their expertise will remain vital in guiding stakeholders, supporting industry progress, and ensuring that all construction practice meet the highest standards of quality, safety, and innovation.